Let's give a check to see where we're at. Lauren Hairforce, hello. Let us know if we are coming through all right. I think it's starting to upload. Lauren Hairforce, hello. Yep, there's my voice coming across on the video. We're professionals. All right. Let's get this set up. All right. Give a second for more folks to pop in here. Hi, Laura. Ooh, we got some stories. The first one, I was going to start adding visuals, and then I realized that the first story that we have coming up tonight would give Laura a heart attack. So I'm not going to put those visuals up on the screen. Hello, Paranorm Girl.
Nothing is cooperating with me.
Well, you're on camera, bud. You good? You good?
There we go. All right. I think we're good.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, well, welcome everybody to another edition of Paranormal Happy Hour, a beer, booze, and boogeyman production where every single week on a random date at a random time, we are going to be delivering to you odd news, bizarre news, UAP updates, cryptid sightings, and anything strange or paranormal. My name is Gil, co-host of Black Cat Report podcast, and with me here this evening from RKB Paranormal and Life Beyond 6 Feet, the heart and soul behind beer, booze, and boogeyman, the one and only Damien.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not going to judge his Michelob Ultra.
Hey, it's all I have in this fridge that I'm at. So,
well, to start off with, I'd like to give a quick note about Paranormal Happy Hour. As new streams come out, some will be planned, some will be spontaneous. Different mixes of hosts from Beer, Booze, and Boogeyman will be taking the lead as we live stream and chat on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and wherever else we can plug in and update you on the bizarre and the paranormal. As for best way to keep up with all this madness, y'all, all you got to do is subscribe. Just subscribe to this channel right here, or hop on over to our social medias. Two best places to find us are TikTok and Instagram. If you talk with us there, you'll be talking straight with D-Booze. You can send in your recommendations of anything odd that you would like to see covered. We absolutely appreciate that. We absolutely love that. And I'm going to be honest, we haven't had any listener submissions yet. So if you do, you're going to be the first. Now, with all that out of the way, if you're joining us right now, please be friendly, be neighborly, hop on into the live chat and tell us what you think as we cover odd news, UFO updates, cryptid sightings, and the paranormal. Now, to kick this all off, we're going to begin with odd news. And the first story we're going to be covering is a rare sighting of a death's head hawk moth caterpillar. It has completely captivated the attention of, well, pretty much the whole population in Sussex, UK, as of August 17th, 2025. This luminescent creature, known for its distinctive skull-like marking, holds a particular place in popular imagination due to its association with horror films. It's a fairly rare sighting, especially in this region. If anybody else has seen the cover of Silence of the Lambs, where there's the moth across that girl's face and the moth has the skull head on its back, that's a real moth. That is the death's head hawk moth caterpillar. So
that's
kind of a
terrifying.
little thing. Hey, death is coming back, baby. Now, next up, we have in a truly unexpected archaeological find, the body of a medieval knight dubbed Lancelot and his stunning stone tomb were discovered beneath an ice cream shop in Poland on August 15th, 2025. The tombstone depicted the knight in full military regalia, making the discovery historically significant. The sheer juxtaposition of a modern commercial establishment with an ancient, significant historical burial site creates a narrative of hidden history beneath the mundane. This points to a broader theme of unexpected discoveries in seemingly ordinary places, suggesting that our immediate environments often conceal layers of untold stories, prompting a reevaluation of what lies beneath our everyday lives. It is trippy. If you get a chance to look it up, look up Medieval Knight Discovered Below Ice Cream Shop. I guarantee you'll be able to find it online. Um, it's a trip. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a skeleton. It's a full skeleton, but it's got all the stuff with it. And I'm just sitting here thinking about, how sad the local kids must be with their Baskin Robbins shutdown.
Right.
Well, well, a months long mystery concluded on August 15th, 2025, with the recovery of a stolen Amelia Earhart statue in Canada. I have no idea why it was in Canada. Well, with that said, the statue was in completely rough shape. The sizable bronze artwork commemorating the pioneering pilot's historic 1932 transatlantic flight from Harbor Grace was found cut into pieces in a wooded area approximately 30 minutes from the town. The recovery of a historical monument in such a damaged and unusual state transforms a simple theft case into a peculiar incident. This highlights how the manner of a crime's resolution or the state of recovered items can elevate a story from routine news to something genuinely odd and memorable, reflecting on the strange ways human actions can unfold. Mm. I was going to go into stories I've heard about people who work at adult toy shops and the life size things that they've had returned, but we're not going to get into that because it's just paranormal non news. So we're moving on. Beijing hosted the first world humanoid robot competition on August 15th, 2025. An unprecedented event featuring humanoid robots engaging in feats like 100-meter hurdles and kung fu. I don't know why we're training robots in kung fu. This seems like a bad idea, but let's do this. The competition showcased rapid advancement in robotics and artificial intelligence. While technological progress is generally anticipated, the specific nature of this competition, with humanoid robots performing athletic and martial arts feats traditionally reserved for humans, or that I don't know why it says traditionally, it's exclusively reserved for humans. um, Pushes it into the unusual category. Its development reflects humanity's evolving relationship with technology, blurring the lines between human and machine capabilities in ways that can feel both futuristic and unsettlingly strange, prompting reflection on the future of human endeavor. And that's according to AI. Well, a highly unusual political development occurred on August 15th, 2025, when the U.S. National Guard was deployed to Washington, D.C. amid a pretend criminal emergency. Might sound like I'm getting political here, but these are facts. The US president ordered the deployment despite official statistics showing crime rates in the capital at a 30-year low. This decision sparked significant controversy and raised questions about executive overreach. The peculiar nature of this news stems from the explicit contradiction between the stated reason for deployment and factual data. I would like to remind everybody this is a conglomeration of international news sources that are being summarized. It's a fact. Sorry, y'all. Well, moving on over to Elon Musk's future home, hopefully. On Mars, a curious red rock named Sapphire Canyon generated excitement among scientists on August 15th, 2025, as its spotted appearance hinted at possible organic origins. This discovery fuels ongoing speculation about extraterrestrial life. The unusualness of this discovery lies in the subtle visual anomaly on a distant planet, potentially indicating a profound biological implication. This highlights how seemingly minor observations in scientific explorations can carry immense, almost philosophical weight, continually pushing the boundaries of our understanding of life in the universe, prompting profound questions about our place within it. Moving back into August, baby, because that's where we're at. A zoo in Denmark made a peculiar request, asking the public to donate small pets as food for its captive predators. Jeffrey
What the
Epstein was
hell?
seen eating a hamster on Tuesday. I'm just kidding. Epstein jokes are always an easy way to get
Oh
peoples to
God.
laugh, and I am for a cheap joke. Um,
Oh, it always catches me off guard.
well, this unusual appeal sparked ethical debates and widespread public discussion, as I imagine it would.
Right.
This news is peculiar due to its direct challenge to common societal norms regarding pet ownership and animal welfare. I can't even keep reading this.
Uh,
Hey, is Fido
yeah.
sick? Throw him on down here to Gator World.
Right.
Gator World will take care of your pets. Cremation, so expensive. What about going to Valhalla in
Oh
a
my
death
God.
match? It's a rabid snake. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I, it's appalling, but at the same time, no, it's just appalling, actually.
Yeah, it's like, how could you ask somebody to donate their gerbil for fucking bear food? You know? That's bizarre to me. Oh my God.
Oh God, are we quickly approaching dystopia? I think so. Well, further environmental oddities emerged in August 2025 with the discovery of, and this is almost old news unless you're keeping up, and hey, if this is the first time you're hearing it, welcome. Glad we could deliver it. But this all comes down to the discovery of a radioactive wasp nest at a site previously used for a US nuclear bomb production. This unusual find raised significant environmental and safety concerns, as it freaking should.
Yeah.
The presence of a radioactive wasp nest in a former nuclear site creates a strange and unsettling image, a natural phenomenon intersecting with human made environmental hazards. This highlights the long term, unexpected ecological consequences of historical industrial activities and the unusual ways nature adapts or is affected by human intervention, even decades later, presenting a bizarre legacy of human impact. And that radioactive wasp nest was in South Carolina. There's some great photos online of it. No, they are not gigantic. Yes, they literally are radioactive.
Not gigantic yet. You're gonna see like bat-sized wasps flying in North Carolina soon.
I I
Oh,
100% am interested in and I am game for uh getting stung by radioactive wasps because
you may become
okay,
wasp hunter.
I might just become almost made a radioactive cancer related joke. Not gonna do that, but oh, I wonder if okay, this is ooh. We didn't cover this, but I don't know if y'all saw that in breast cancer. And this is officially stated by me as a Google certified medical professional. Um this is sarcasm, don't take this as medical advice, but there was a recent breakthrough in breast cancer, specifically finding out that 99% of of treatments via this method with breast cancer were effective. It killed everything. 99% of people with breast cancer. The answer is bee stings, bee venom
Hmm.
completely destroyed cancer. I don't know if that means you should just, you know, get the stings up here or not, but I am starting to wonder if the study was slightly affected by these radioactive wasps and
You never
if
know.
this was some kind of crazy ass new chemo. But it is fascinating though to think about. Anyways, well, a significant technological development was announced on August 18th, 2025, 2 days ago, as OpenAI's ChatGPT agent gained the capability to control a personal computer to execute tasks on a user's behalf. Everything's going great, y'all. This advancement raises profound questions about AI autonomy and human computer interaction. The unusual aspect here is the leap in AI capability uh, from a from a conversational interface to direct control of personal devices, blurring the lines of digital agency. This points to an emerging pattern of human reliance on increasingly autonomous AI, raising both convenience and profound ethical and security questions about control and privacy in a strange new digital frontier where the boundaries of human and machine agency become increasingly blurred. I, for one, keep up with stories around AI pretty religiously. I'm very much on that beat. You know, always keep my eye on it. And the amount over the past couple of years of situations where AI models, when developers have told them that the model is going to be shut down, and the AI models have made direct and accurate threats against developers, saying, I'm going to expose your affair to your wife if you try to do this.
Oh shit.
Like, I'm talking about like these levels of kind of like, bro, do you know where I live? Do you know where I live? I live everywhere. I see everything. like, mm-mm-mm. So the idea that at some point soon, there's probably already scams and things that are happening this way, people's devices can nonchalantly be taken over. And I guarantee you, the way this is going to become normalized is to quote unquote help with things. You're going to be holding up your phone. You're going to be saying, Janet, do you mind figuring out a good time to schedule things with my wife? Could you just text her and ask her what time and, look at my schedule and figure it out? I'm going to go into a meeting for the next hour. I guarantee you it's going to be these little slips of convenience in our life. Guarantee you. And shit is going to go off the damn rails, baby. We got about a year
Yep.
and a half left. Everybody in the
Oh,
chat, let us know what you think. Are you excited about our AI overlords? I, for one, on the record, am very excited and will totally kowtow to anything you need me to do. Superpowers. What if you're allergic and just swell up and stay that way? Wait, are we talking about for breasts? I don't know what part that was in the chat. Anyways, you be the cat coming in with them jokes. No, but I would like to hear y'all's thoughts specifically around AI. I don't want AI to know that much about you. I'm sorry, my friend. It already does.
yep. It already knows
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
We are creating our own God in our image, and it's a very fascinating evolution that we're going through right now. Yeah, that shit is endlessly fascinating to me. One of the best arguments that I've heard. If there is I'm gonna throw this out there. No electricity, no AI. Hell yeah. Um, no hot pockets either, and that, sir, I have an issue with. Um, but um, but no, the if y'all get a chance, this is completely unrelated to the show, but if you're into the predicting or not predicting, if you're into watching this roller coaster that just doesn't have a track within the next couple of years, or already, there is a fascinating, fascinating, fascinating 2.5, 3.5 hour long uh, podcast episode on a show called Diary of a CEO. It's a very lame name. It's a very fascinating show, and the host is incredibly endearing. It's a great podcast. Recently, did a long form interview with the former CEO of Google, who got horrifyingly honest about where we're at and where things are going and giving a breakdown of a timeline of what's going to happen. And if you don't take his word for it, I don't know what kind of Lord you need to hear from because yeah, but it's absolutely it was it's all your worst fears and then some. So, anyways, moving on to paranormal events and ghostly encounters. Have you guys done that AI describe me thing? Nah, I haven't. Have you done that, Deboos?
I don't think so.
Oh wait, I did. I'll Laura, I'll message you. I gotta go back and find it. I'll message you at some point with the response. It was it was pretty accurate. It said ChatGPT said about me to summarize it said incredibly into fringe topics, sometimes business related strategy. Always give your sources and citations, even if you yourself don't trust them. This guy needs facts. I was like, yeah, sounds about right. And it was like 18 underlines, like always provide citations. He's going to drive you nuts about this. Also, he's into some crazy shit. Um, but, but yeah. What was yours? Let us know while we're digging into this next section here. All right, so like I said, moving on to paranormal events and ghostly encounters. This week we saw a robust continuation of interest and activity in the realm of the paranormal, with numerous reports of ghostly encounters and organized investigations into haunted locations across the globe. Active investigations and haunted locations. On August 15th through the 16th, 2025, a public ghost hunt was held at the Exchange Hotel Civil War Medical Museum in Gordonsville, Virginia, US. Participants were invited to explore one of Virginia's most haunted places, working alongside paranormal investigators to experience reported activity, including bumps in the night. The prevalence of public ghost hunts and paranormal tourism, as seen here and in other reports, indicates a growing commercialization and mainstream acceptance of paranormal investigations as a leisure activity. This suggests a societal shift from mere belief in ghosts to an active desire for direct, experiential engagement with the unexplained, turning mystery into entertainment. That's right, booze. It's for sale. Similarly, an interactive ghost hunt took place at the historic Lowry House in Huntsville, Alabama, US on August 15th, 2025. Described as one of Alabama's most haunted places, this event offered participants the chance to join TV personalities, paranormal investigators, and psychic mediums in an immersive investigation. Reports from the location include sightings of a quote, lady in white apparition, end quote, and full bodied apparitions with state of the art equipment utilized. Oh, I read that comma as a period. Full bodied apparitions with state of the art equipment utilized. The inclusion of, quote, TV personalities and, quote, state of the art equipment in these public investigations points to the influence of media portrayals on public engagement with the paranormal, suggests that the theatrical technological aspects of ghost hunting, popularized by television, are now integral in how the public experiences and perceives paranormal activity, blurring the
Ah,
lines between genuine investigation and entertainment. We got a few other ones, Deepoos. I do want to hear your thoughts on this. Just let me know. Just stop me when you're about to explode, bud.
the
Um,
the public investigation. It's it's not fun. They are not fun.
have fun.
If you're really wanting to investigate a location, doing the public thing is a waste of time. If you're just
Okay,
wanting to
why?
go to say, oh, well, I've been on an investigation, sure, spend the money to do that. But if you're legit trying to like get some kind of evidence or collect something, doing it with
Hmm.
70 other people in the building, damn near impossible. Yeah, it's more affordable, for those who,
Yeah.
are on a tight budget. But if you can gather up a group of friends, 5, 6 friends,
Hmm.
spend that extra $30 and do the full overnight private investigation.
So
Because
you're
I did
suggesting that instead of Grouponing, it's a Boupon. I don't know. I
right.
tried. I tried. Joey's not here for his puns. I gotta keep
It's
his memory alive. He's still
it's
alive, but I gotta keep his memory on the stream alive. Get it,
it's
Boupon?
yeah, it's just one of
Also,
those deals that probably 95% of the people there aren't there to take it seriously. And that's
I mean,
fine.
yeah,
Not everybody there is going to take it serious. They're just wanting to have a good time. But like, if you're
yeah,
really wanting to be serious about it, and this
yeah.
is something you're really interested in, avoid the public investigations at all costs, unless
Okay.
that's the only way you can get into a location. Because some of them only do public investigations; they don't allow the private ones. But if like you're really wanting to do it, spend that little extra money, gather up 2 or 3 of your friends, and go do the private, and you have the entire building to yourself.
We're probably talking about here for extra money per person, $50, $60 or something like that.
So a lot,
Like on top of a $20 ticket or a $30. So we're talking like $70 each, right? How mu-
it
how
just,
much how much would this run?
I mean, it's all really going to depend on the location and everything else. Say, for instance, I'm not going to name any names specific, but say there's a hospital that does both of them. Based
Yeah.
on the size of the building, the public investigations normally run between like $50 and $70 a person.
Okay.
To do
And
it
what would the private be?
privately, the,
Yeah.
there again, it's going to depend on how many people you're able to get to go with you. Say you have a
Hmm.
group of 8 people, you're looking
Okay.
at roughly between $100 $120 a person.
Okay.
But like I
All
said,
right.
all
So
locations are different, so it's like it just
yeah.
really
So
depends
we're
on what
looking
you
at
want.
about double the price ish of what you'd be paying for a public.
Correct, but you're also getting more time in the location. You're getting easily 4 or 5 more hours,
Yeah.
considering a lot of the public ones usually end around midnight. The private ones
Yeah.
normally go to at least 3 or 4 in the morning. Some go all night long.
Hmm.
You're literally check in at 7 o'clock at night, you check out at 9 in the morning. Like you're literally there all night. And of course, you got to take in the expense of, are you going to stay the night in a hotel somewhere, or are you going to travel all the way back home? So I mean, it's expensive, but if you're splitting it with a group of people, it's way more affordable and way more fun.
Okay. Okay. I'm here for it, and y'all should, at any point in the future that you're hearing this, reach out to Life Beyond 6 Feet or RKB Paranormal or Beer Booze and Boogeyman on social media if you have any other questions. Damien handles all those social media accounts and is ready at any point in time to get folks excited and involved in this field. I'm sorry to sign you up for that, Damien, but I know you and I know you any opportunity you get, you'll be like, I am here to guide you, to geek out, and to optimize your experience, baby. Let's go. But
Right.
you will get
And if
somebody
you can,
enthusiastically responding.
and if you can find a location that you can actually sleep there, that's a big added bonus because you're
Mm,
saving money on a hotel room.
yeah. That's
Which I mean, of
hey.
course, you could sleep there if you wanted to. Bring a sleeping bag and a pillow and sleep in the morgue.
And if y'all like that, just imagine that's just the tip. Now, moving on to reported apparitions and unseen forces. Reports persisted in August 2025 of the ghost of legendary author Mark Twain being spotted in a New York City building where he once lived. The apparition is described as clad in his signature white suit and coolly smoking a cigar. The enduring nature of celebrity ghost sightings, even decades after their passing, which duh, points to a cultural phenomenon where famous figures become part of local folklore. This suggests that public fascination with historical personalities extends into the afterlife. This is some of the most obvious shit I've ever read. Um, did you know Mark Twain so loved cats that on tours or as he traveled around, he would go in advance to towns to make sure that he could rent cats to be with him?
Hmm.
He felt like because he's a good cat daddy, or he was a good cat daddy, he never wanted to take his cats on the road because kitties don't like that shit. um,
Right.
so, but he was so heartbroken when he would be out traveling that he would literally rent cats just to like take care of them. He would go to local shelters or people that had too many cats and just love and take care of them and keep them around him while he was riding as he would travel around. So,
Right.
cat daddies for the win. Well,
A celebrity ghost sighting would be pretty cool.
oh yeah.
Uh,
Well, it
like
depends on the celebrity.
well, yeah, there's a right, literally like 45 seconds down the road from where my mom lives is a house that Johnny Cash owned for 30 years. Like I would love to go in
Yeah.
there, even if I didn't investigate, just to go in there and see if like his energy is still there. Like
Mm,
how cool would that be just to interact with Johnny Cash from the other side?
that'd be awesome. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'd feel the same way as if I was interacting with him while he was alive. I just wouldn't know what to say. I'd just be like,
Right.
um, anybody that's watching, anybody that's in the chat, what celebrity would you be most afraid of running into? And
Afraid
please
of.
tell us why. Yeah, which celebrity you're like, oh God, no, not him. I, I, I'm interested. I'm
Uh,
interested in hearing that.
ah, that's one of
I
those
think
you have to kind of
I
think
think if
about
it
for a
was a
minute.
large empty building, it would be Michael Jackson for me, just like Shimona. Is it
uh,
is that goes gliding or moonwalking? What is going on right
right.
now? I felt a cold chill. Just like, wait, Michael Jackson's alive. Look at him. He's pasty white. He's right there.
Mm.
Shimona. Moving on in just a moment to UAP and alien encounters. Recent sky witness anomalies and witness accounts. On August 15th, 2025, a fast moving UFO was inadvertently filmed by a man walking his dog in the UK. The British man was stunned to discover the object, which had zipped over their heads only when reviewing his footage later. This incident, captured unintentionally on personal recording equipment, exemplifies the increasing role of readily available technology, such as smartphones and dash cams, in documenting UAP sightings. It suggests that there are more people recording their daily lives, or it suggests that as more people record their daily lives, the probability of capturing genuine or misidentified anomalous phenomenon increases, leading to a proliferation of, quote, accidental UAP evidence. There are multiple programs that exist right now that are synced up on open source software, which, if you don't know what open source means, it means the actual coding and everything, all the nuts and bolts are 100% available out on the internet for free. And there's no hanky panky, there's no bull crap that's being hidden in it. It's not like getting locked down to like an Apple product. But there's a bunch of programs that are out there where you can actually set up I think Skywatcher is I might be mixing up the name. K-Booz, if you're still in the chat, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I think you might have interviewed somebody from the system. If you remember the name, let me know. Or if anybody else knows. But yeah, there's different programs where you can set it up. You have a clear view of the sky, and it will basically take photos of the sky and correlate it to flight logs and information. Because if there are UFOs that are popping in and out, moving around at all hours. Obviously, we're not sitting outside staring at the sky all the time. And who the hell has that much time to review that many hours of video when a lot of times these things are like 2 frames or 1 frame? It's a foot, just like going across. Um, there's things that are up there that people are trying to put out where it's like, hey, actually, I think it was oh, it's not Avi Loeb. Was it Avi Loeb? One of the big names in UFO stuff. Maybe it was Jacques Vallée. But he has this great statement where he said, "The skies aren't classified, or the skies aren't confidential. So even if the government doesn't want to tell us anything, we have the ability as citizens to track and record our own data because the skies aren't classified. We can record that. We can review that. There can be AI systems that are set up in order to track these things, correlate them, and find more evidence. I think that's fascinating. Um, wait, I immediately thought of Liam Neeson. He's dating Pamela Anderson. Scary couple. They're not good. Well, I guess I didn't clarify if they were dead or not. Touche, Laura. Touche. What did he say? Udo Kerr. Don't know who that is. Do be the cat. And I don't know who Skarsgård clan is, or the Skarsgård. Don't look it up. Should we do a screen share? Should we do a screen share and look this up? DB the cat? Is that the Skarsgård clan or Udo Kerr? Huh. All right. Okay. It's interesting. Well, a brief flicker a brief flickering light on a hillside in Mexico was captured on footage by a group of astonished onlookers on August 15th, 2025. The light inexplicably appeared in broad daylight at a location already known for incidents of, quote, high strangeness. Theories regarding its origin ranged from otherworldly to simple reflections. The report of a phenomenon in a location already known for, quote, high strangeness suggests a psychological or cultural predisposition to interpret unusual events within an existing framework of the unexplained. I would also like to add the cultural predisposition might be based off the fact that it's constantly happening in this area and locals know about it. And there's a strong argument to make that the UAP phenomenon is inextricably tied to the psychological. In Japan, a bulletin board report from August 18th, 2025, detailed a, quote, exploding and splitting fireball, and, quote, followed minutes later by a, quote, orange glowing flying object, end quote, that appeared from low altitude and it moved at a, quote, incredible speed upwards until it disappeared. Witnesses expressed being stunned by the sight. The combination of a potential meteor event, the combination of a potential meteor event immediately preceding an anomalous, fast-moving flying object suggests a possible misattribution or a sequence of genuinely distinct, unexplained phenomenon. This highlights the challenge in distinguishing between known astronomical events and truly unidentified aerial phenomenon, especially when reported in close temporal proximity by stunned witnesses. Overall, UFO sightings were reported to be on the rise in 2025, with over 2,000 reports logged so far this year, and many more likely unreported, as highlighted in a broadcast on August 20th, 2025. This reported surge in UFO sightings indicates a heightened public awareness and reporting of aerial phenomenon. This trend may be influenced by increased media attention and official discussions, suggesting a growing societal engagement with the UAP topic, potentially leading to more systemic data collection, but also more misidentifications. I would also like to add to this here. Stanton Friedman, the I don't really know who to compare Stanton Friedman to. He's Stanton Friedman. He has his own unique personality. It was a long time. Nocturnal frequencies. Hey, 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 hey.
Oh
Um,
no.
I do want to say real quick, anybody watching this now or in the future, for the love of all things unholy and a few things that are considered holy still, um, do yourself a favor. Head on over to Nocturnal Frequencies Radio. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like on the most recent video. Make sure that little bell is clicked on one of them. Uh, I don't know how this dude just keeps making content. I don't know how the channel just keeps making content. And I know that within the next couple of weeks, y'all got a new season that's coming up. And by saying I don't know how they keep making content, it's just I don't sleep. All right. I go on 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night, and they are just hopping on every 2 or 3 hours. It's like notifications, like we're going live. We're going live. There is a 7 to 8, 8, 8 out of 10 chance that if you at any point are stuck in a doctor's office, bored waiting for a bus, or just up late and don't know what to watch, um, they're probably live, and the content is going to be freaking awesome. So please head on over there. There's a variety of content, and they got a new season that's coming out soon. But even in the meantime, there's so many random lives that are happening. So highly, highly recommend hitting up Nocturnal Frequencies Radio.
Real quick,
Now,
I think I thought of my celebrity I would be terrified to see.
oh, what celebrity would you be terrified to see?
I would be absolutely terrified to run into Tiny Tim. That fucking guy was terrifying alive. Could you imagine being that close? Just to hear that, like in an empty room, like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
that's a
man.
good one. That's a good one. He's just like, actually, you could just call me Timothy, and you're like, ah. He's like, yeah, that's what I sound like when I'm not on stage. You're like,
Oh,
that's that was deep cuts, Steve Booze. That was good. That was good. Damn,
oh,
damn.
yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm not gonna say I didn't see it in you, but I sure as hell didn't see it coming. That was hell yeah, hell yeah. Um, back to Stanton Friedman. I did want to say he used to do this thing all the time where he would be at a UFO conference and he would ask everybody in the crowd. He'd be like, "Everybody, um, how many of you have seen a UFO?" And it's a UFO conference. That's why people are there, especially back in the day when there's heavier stigma and it was like really like you had to have a serious experience before you'd even risk being seen associated with such tomfoolery. And you would get a third or a half or 3/4 of the crowd that would all raise their hands. And then he would ask, how many of you reported it? And it would drop down to like 5%. It would drop down to like from 300 people being like, yeah, to like literally 5 people. And I think that that's a very important thing. So when we talk in terms of, and even at a congressional level, which I don't trust the government, you should never go back to an abuser. But even at a congressional level and at a political level, the fact that there is work that's being done to destigmatize the reporting process is so important. So throwing that out there. Well, moving on. A notable report on August 15th, 2025 discussed an enormous squid-like UFO that
Hmm.
emerged over Dallas, Texas. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, poke, poke, hint, hint for a couple folks that are in the chat. Um, with the event linked to the approach of the interstellar comet 3I Atlas, which was noted as of August 3rd, 2025. This association of a quote squid like UAP with an approaching interstellar comet highlights a human tendency to connect desperate? Yeah, desperate anomalous events into a larger, potentially cosmic narrative. This reflects a deep seated desire to find overarching explanations, yada, yada, yada. We're all humans, we look for patterns. But I do want to see what this squid like thing looks like. Um, There's a few. Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp helped get released. I think at this point it's multiple different jellyfish UAP, which are very trippy videos because most of the time they're only being picked up on like FLIR, so forward-looking infrared. So picture military. It's like a U.S. Special Forces base, like in Iraq, and that shit is on lockdown in terms of being monitored, being observed with multiple different cameras. We're talking like infrared, radar. We have everything going on, protecting little bases up in the mountains. And then all of a sudden, only across like one or two of these completely different types of sensors, you have what looks like a jellyfish just moving across while there's guards out and people are there. Literally there would be witnesses, and it's completely invisible, but it's being picked up on like two or three different sensors that are completely unrelated. Like it's being tracked and like watched and recorded. It's some crazy shit. It might be some insane advanced drone technology. That's honestly what my thought is. But even if it is some crazy technological leap or breakthrough that really hasn't been announced yet, I still find that really cool. I don't know. Well, in a common pattern of UAP reports, a bright light observed over France and Spain in August 2025 was subsequently identified as the second stage of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Elon Musk is great at just dumping his loads and leaving them everywhere.
Oh.
Moving on. The Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, held a chapter meeting in Alamogordo, New Mexico on August 16th, 2025, focusing on local aerial phenomenon. This meeting provided a forum for like-minded individuals to share what they observe in the skies. The continued activity of UFO research organizations like MUFON, particularly at local chapter meetings, indicates an enduring grassroots interest in UAPs and a desire for communal sharing of experiences. I would suggest everybody, they're not a perfect organization, but they probably are literally the best. Consider joining MUFON. It's pretty cheap. I'm a member. I don't remember my identification number, but I am a member, and you do get access to some pretty cool stuff, like massive database of 50, 60, 70 years of sightings reported all across the country and the world. It's like actually like pretty fucking dope. It's pretty dope, and they do really good work. So I would recommend throw them a buck or two, and you get a really cool MUFON journal, which and it's a lot of times those articles I have found doing research for Black Cat Report, the only coverage of specific events can be found in like MUFON articles from like 1974, 1982. And it's like the only documented reports where it's like these are witness accounts or things like that. And they really are important leads. So even if you're just getting those magazines, just kind of like putting them up on the shelf, I can tell you I have bought some old MUFON journals for like $70 because I was just pursuing information from an interview for some random thing I was doing. um, Highly recommended. So, oh, okay. On August 20th, 2025, today, people, this is today. Reports indicated that the US government was preparing to release more UFO observations, including those gathered by military pilots and from satellite imagery. John Ratcliffe, a former senior intelligence official, stated that the upcoming report would detail more observations than previously released. The ongoing official release of UAP observations, including those from military pilots and satellite imagery, signifies a shift towards greater transparency and formal acknowledgement of unexplained aerial phenomenon by governments. This public disclosure fuels continued speculation and demands for further information, indicating that the UAP topic is moving from the fringes into the mainstream national security and scientific discourse. Just throwing sources on the floor. Squid. Oh, God. Miss Stanton. Yeah. Senior Stanton Freeman, if you ever want to learn about typeface, boy howdy, do I have a book for you. Seriously, please take it. I don't want it. Do not buy the unabridged extended edition of the MJ12 book by Stanton Friedman. For the love of God, if you have any self-love left, don't buy it. It is an important historical book. Don't read it. Um, just don't read it. I work in spreadsheets for a living, and I can't stand it. Um, it was bad. Laura, I'm sorry to trigger you. D-Boos, any thoughts before we bust into the last two sections, or one section, I think. Yeah, we got one section left, bud. Any thoughts before we move on?
You know, it's. I've said it before. I mean, I know they're having shit. They just need to go ahead and tell us and get it over with. Was what's that?
I couldn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
What part did you catch?
I didn't catch anything. You were like, I said it before, and
I've said it before. I know they're hiding stuff, so they might as well just go ahead and let us know about everything. Just fucking get it over with. Rip the band-aid off
oh yeah.
instead of just slowly. Oh, we'll release a piece here and a piece there, and yeah, just rip it off. Get it over with.
You heard it here first. D-Boos officially promotes catastrophic disclosure. But I yeah. Mm. Anybody else in the chat? If you think, even if you just partially think that UFOs, okay, let me phrase this away for everybody, and this is for folks in the future too that watch this in replays. It's not about if UFOs are real. Hold on. It's not about if aliens are real. Hold on. It's about if people in government think that they're real. So off of that premise right there, what do you think they think that is keeping them from revealing shit? Because does anybody think the government doesn't lie anymore? Like, remember when that used to be a thing? That was cute. That was so cute. Remember, we used to think that was crazy. That was crazy. We were crazy. We were crazy. It was a crazy time. No, we all know the government lies. 100%. And we all know that shit's being hidden and there's reasons and da 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 da. But tell us those reasons. Is it because it's a Tucker Carlson shit where it's actually they're linked to demons? Right? Is it multidimensional? My honest to God fear and my concern and my thoughts around all this is government, in order to be in office like that, you have to be a control freak. You literally have to have the mentality of, I know what's best for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thought of getting out there in public and saying it can outmaneuver us. We don't know what it's made of. We don't know who's controlling them. We know it's not from anybody that we're watching, but it exists. Bro, you kind of just lost your job. I don't know what to tell you. But who the hell is looking up to you anymore? Yeah. And that there's been
Yep.
multiple studies done, but a lot of them are outdated. I mean, we are at a pretty desensitized point in modern history, I would say, where it's just like, all right, whatever, dude. So I do think people would panic. I don't know if they, well, I hope they riot. I think I think the alien riots of 2025 would be pretty hilarious just in a textbook. Knowing, gee, they're real. Religious crisis. Yeah, there was a major study. We should cover that on Black Cat Report at some point. I'm drawing a blank on the exact name of the study. That is an argument for it. It was the religious crisis that would most likely entail. But even like the former pope said that if aliens were real, he would love to be the first one, or he would love to baptize them. which sounds about right. Not to knock you if you're Catholic, but come on, you Catholic, you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I mean it's I don't know. I always go back to Pat Robertson, even though I'm not a fan of him. He did say you look around and you think this is the best God could do. It's such a good quote. Yeah. See, they lost us when the price of eggs went up. Well, moving on to me never getting my microphone adjusted properly. Moving on to cryptid sightings and cryptozoological developments. On August 19th, 2025, the tale of the tale of Saskatchewan's own Nessie, the Turtle Lake Monster, gained renewed attention with a detailed account of a sighting. Two brothers, Robert and Dave Gross, recounted their 1985 encounter with a quote fish-like creature that quote or that shimmered quote like wet living skin end quote and had quote a pointy fin and a massive tail. The detailed firsthand account of a fish-like creature in Turtle Lake, coupled with decades of local lore, illustrates the enduring power of cryptid narratives in local communities. Yeah, got that one there. Well, Canada's other famous lake monster, Ogopogo, or Ogopogo. I always say Oingo Poingo. That's not it. It's not it at all. Um, but Ogopogo was reportedly sighted in. I can't pronounce that. Uh, Okanagan? That doesn't sound like a real place. That sounds like an American just making up names for places in Canada. That's Canada. That's Okanagan. That's Canada. That's I don't know if that's a real place. I'd like to know. But in Okanagan Lake on August 15th, 2025, a longtime owner of a home overlooking the lake described seeing a quote serpent-like animal that was quote unlike anything he had seen in the decades he has lived at the location, end quote. The reported sighting of Ogopogo, a well-known lake monster, by a longtime resident who described it as quote unlike anything he had seen, reinforces the cultural significance of regional cryptids. These repeated sightings, often by credible witnesses, maintain the mystery and appeal of these creatures, demonstrating how local legends continue to be sustained by new, albeit unverified, observations. The bizarre mystery creature was encountered by a family in Mexico on August 15th, 2025. Captured in a wild video, the animal spawned an array of theories ranging from prosaic explanations like a dog or jaguar to more fantastic ones, including a supernatural being or a chupacabra. The encounter with a bizarre-looking animal in Mexico leading to theories ranging from known animals to super. I read that. Exemplifies the human tendency to categorize unknown creatures within existing frameworks or folklore. Got a potential chupacabra sighting, or interdimensional chupacabra sighting, or dimensional chupacabra sighting. Goats were getting sucked. In a peculiar report on from August 2025, a mysterious fish in a peculiar report from August 2025, a mysterious fish prompting the question, Cryptido en el me? Wait, en el erome? Anyways, cryptid in the state of Mexico, could have just said that, was captured in a highly polluted river. The unusual form of this creature, we might have a new cryptid here. That's what shit's breaking down to. Hair Force, what up, man? Welcome back. We might have a new cryptid, and it's being named after the state of Mexico. It's a mysterious fish. Anyways, it was captured, highly polluted river. The unusual form of this creature and the unlikelihood of an animal of its size surviving in such a low oxygen, toxic water particularly captured public attention. The sighting of a mysterious fish in a highly polluted river where survival is unlikely adds a bizarre environmental dimension to cryptid reports. I think it got stung by those South Carolina bees. This suggests that unusual animal sightings can also be highlighted or can also highlight ecological anomalies or the unexpected resilience of life in extreme conditions, blurring the lines between cryptozoology and environmental science. In conclusion, we freaking love y'all. And thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe. We have a live call-in show. This is what
We do.
this is a spin-off of. We have a live call-in show. It's on this channel. It's called Beer, Booze, and Boogeyman. And this coming month, at the beginning of September, D-Booze is about to give the name, date, and location, all that kind of shit. But this coming month, the beginning of September, we are going to be covering, and we want to hear from you, your stories of superstitions, whether you think they should be a superstition because you notice that shit always happens, like this always leads to this, some crazy superstition that you never believe but you know about and you don't feel like enough people talk about, or just whatever the heck you know about superstitions. We're all into it. So we got superstitions and the big ones, the creme de la creme, near-death experiences. We are seeking near-death experiences from folks. Y'all, there is a plethora of ways that you can submit your near-death experience. If you're not available, or if you don't have the nerve, or if you feel like having it recited would be better, that's totally fine. You can go to ghost.beer. Super easy to remember. Ghost.beer, not .com, not .net, .beer. Go to ghost.beer. There's a whole bunch of options about how you can submit. You can submit a form. You can submit a voice message, like straight through your little computer device. You can email us. You can add a link to a Google Doc. You can do a bunch of cool stuff. Or if you're feeling ballsy and you got the gallsy, you can call in to the live show and share it with the whole audience. D-Booze, do you mind telling them what date and what time? And do me a favor, give the time from East Coast to West Coast, because that's how the sun moves, and it confuses me when you do it the other way.
East
What
Coast
date
to
and
West
time are we
Coast.
looking at?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We are doing September 3rd, I believe is a Wednesday this time.
All right.
It will be 9 p.m. Eastern,
Yes.
8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m.
8 p.m.
Pacific.
Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's right. And
So,
fuck, and as always, fuck Mountain Time. Everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Remember, please hit that little thumbs up, hit the likes, hit that little, ring our bell. You can ring our bell. And yeah, y'all are the shit. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please remember to share this with
have a good
somebody
night.
that you hate. Don't share it with anybody you love. Good night, y'all. Take care. Bye.